Okay, so let's see here. I read online that the FDCPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, does not apply to a mortgage company. Is that true? Well, it depends. Let's take this example. So I just go get a loan from Wells Fargo yesterday, and my first payment's due in 30 days. Is Wells Fargo a debt collector? No, absolutely not a debt collector. And what if they transfer that loan in a week? Remember, my first payment's not due for 30 days. They transfer that loan to Aquin or Celine Finance or Bank of America or any number of these dozens of servicers we have now. Is that company a debt collector? Well, no. See, the test is when they first get my loan, is it in default? That's the test. Is it in default? And if it is, then they're normally a debt collector. If it's not, then they're normally not a debt collector. So what does default mean? Well, here's something where in the courts, the mortgage company, it's kind of funny. You know, you'll be like 6 months behind, it gets transferred to Aquin or to Nation Star. And Nation Star then they do something wrong. You sue them under the FDCPA and they go, wait, we're not a debt collector. We're a mortgage company. And you go, well, it was in default. They go, no. You weren't in default. We had not foreclosed against you. Well, actually, if they foreclose, there's no loan anymore normally. Default, though, all we have to do is we look at the contract, look at the note, look at the mortgage. It normally says you're in default if you do not pay on the due date. That's it. Due date is the first of the month, and now it's the second. You haven't paid. Their own contract says you're in default. They go, wait. Don't read it that closely. Like, don't be precise about it. I mean, come on. Everybody knows you're not really in default until you're like, I don't know, 30 days, 60 days, 120 days. Well, what's funny about that is every other part of the contract, man, they will be so precise, so technical. And if you are 1 day late, they'll charge you a late fee. What about if, let's take foreclosure. So they say, John, we're going to foreclose on you on August the 7th. Okay. And if you don't pay us $10,000, we're going to foreclose. And so on August the 8th, just forget that that's Saturday, August 8th, I bring them $10,000. They go, nope, you missed it. I go, yeah, but it's like 1 day. Don't be so precise. They go, oh, no. Letter of the contract. We're going to follow this contract exactly to the letter. Okay. But you know what? When it says default, you're in default if you don't pay on the exact due date. Well, that's what it means. And so we have all these companies out there like, we're not in default. I mean, we got the loan on, say, August the 15th. And your due date was August 1st, and then you paid it on August the 20th. See, you're still within 30 days. Well, let's look at the contract. It says 1 day. If I don't pay on the due date, August 1st, it's in default. Nation Star, you got on the 15th. You're a debt collector. I hate this. I mean, just hate this law, but that's what it is. So, answer your question. Does the FDCPA apply to mortgage companies? Yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The test is when they got your loan, was it in default? And then normally at that point, they will be a debt collector. Okay, our last question is, what do I do if I want to settle a judgment? What does I do with my credit report? What do I need to do in court? So $5,000 judgment. And let's say you contact the law firm and you can settle it for $3,000, okay? And they say, all right, you're done. Well, they should fill out a piece of paper and file it called a satisfaction of judgment. It just means the judgment's been satisfied, has been paid. Now, you didn't pay the full $5,000, but you paid what they accepted, which is $3,000. So that's done. Now, the judgment does not go away. It's not like we throw that judgment out, but we say, we owe $0 on it now. It's been paid. It's been satisfied. So you want to make sure you get that satisfaction judgment. Then you want to go to the credit bureau as soon as you get that and point out to them, hey, you're showing a $5,000 judgment against me, really it's been satisfied. Here's a piece of paper. Of course, normally they'll reject whatever papers you send to them. So you can also say, just go to the courthouse and you'll find it. Give them the case number. Of course, they have that on the judgment on your credit report. And say, look it up. Get it fixed. Get it to show that it's been satisfied, it's been paid. Now, what do you do if the credit bureau doesn't do that? Well, you sue them. Sue them in federal court under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. That's the law that governs credit reports. So if you have a credit bureau, it's very, very common. When they get information from you, they reject it. And, it's a slightly different context, but so our clients would be sued. We would win the lawsuit by some debt collector. Then we take that order and we send it to the credit bureaus and say, get this account off my credit report. I won. I don't owe the debt. And when we would not send the order, they'd say, aha, if you had just sent us the order, then we would have fixed it. See, it's your fault for not sending the order. Okay, I know that's just complete garbage, but we started including the order. And then they would reject it. They go, we've looked at this and decided that this is likely a bogus document. And so they'd keep it on our credit report. So we'd sue them and they would go, you didn't send us the order. We go, well, we did. They go, oh, okay. And we'd say, well, look right here. You sent us a letter saying you rejected it. They go, yeah, it was probably a fraud. So, well, did you call the credit bureau? No. Did you write? The court? No. Did you write the court to say, is this really the order? No. Did you call the collection lawyer? No. Did you do anything? No. We just kept it. That's the attitude of the credit bureaus, and it all comes down to this. And we'll talk about this in another either separate video or maybe another question and answer session. You are not the customer of the credit bureaus. They could care less about you. They don't care. The customer is Discover, the debt collectors, the mortgage companies like NationStar. Those are the customers of the credit bureaus. And basically, they will do whatever the customer tells them to do. And you can send them all the proof in the world. We send them big packages sometimes. Don't even look at it. We say, well, what'd you do with that? They go, oh, well, it was too much. See, we're on a very, tight time frame here. Our workers have 3 minutes to do a dispute. Now, I'm being a little bit sarcastic when I said they don't ever come out and admit that, but that's the truth. They got to crank through these things, and you send them a bunch of documents. They're like, we are not reading that stuff. So if you have a judgment, you're settling it. Make sure you get everything in writing. Make sure you get that satisfaction judgment. If they put something in probate court, they'll usually give you something called a release, or there are different ways to title it, but you take that to probate court to make sure that lien is not against you or your property anymore. But always remember about the credit bureaus. You get that satisfaction judgment, dispute it with the credit bureaus, and they'll either fix it, hey, that's great, or they don't fix it, and you sue them in federal court. Well, I think that's all the time we have for our questions this week. Feel free to submit any questions you have. You can comment below this video. You can even call us, 205-879-2447. Or third way is you can go to our website, alabamaconsumer.com. There's a little contact us form. So again, leave a comment. You can call us. You can go to our website. And if we can help you in any way, again, 2 ways to get in touch with us, 205-879-2447 or alabamaconsumer.com. And we have offices in Birmingham and in Madison, Alabama, but we really represent people all over the state. I always have clients in Mobile or Dothan. So all the way from there, Montgomery, Birmingham, Huntsville, and really everywhere in the state of Alabama. So if we can help you in any way, let us know. And thanks for watching this. Bye-bye.